Okay, the whole of my life I've used Microsoft products, and they have gone from being useful tools to being absolute garbage. They think that they've improved them, but they've actually completely and utterly ruined them. Why? Because they won't leave the bloody software alone. It was fine 25 years ago. It was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, and not one single thing that they've done has been an improvement. It's all been worse. It's all worse now. It's hard to see that it's happened, because it's the benchmark software. It's what everyone uses. The amount of frustration and irritation and anger that it causes me to use Windows or Microsoft Office products is just off the scale. I used to be able to use these products very quickly. I could produce documents as I wanted to because I had control over the software. It did what I wanted it to do. I have now begun to write down a list of all of the junk that Microsoft idiots have poured into the software, which they need to remove from it. And somehow I'm going to get this message to them. If I have to go to their main office and hand it over as a hard document for someone to read. Because I'm sick to death of this idiotic behaviour. I just want to use software that works. I don't want it to do 10,000 things I never asked for. These morons consider that just endlessly improving stuff is the right... No, leave it alone. Don't improve it, because every single improvement that you put into it is a ruination of the product. Here's a simple example. Years ago, when you would move the cursor around and you clicked on a letter, if you clicked to the right hand side of the middle, the cursor ended up on the right hand side of the letter. If you clicked on the left hand side, it ended up on the left. About 15 years ago, some idiot decided, oh well, most people want it on the left. So now, if you put the cursor and click 3/4 of the way over the letter, that is more in the right hand side than in the left, it will still go to the left. So everyone who was using Microsoft Word, the millions upon millions, perhaps billions of people who were using this software product, all of a sudden, because some idiot decided they knew better, has to change the way that they use the thing. And it's little things like that that irritate the damn hell out of the user. But some moron at Microsoft headquarters says, I know better. And every single time these idiots mess with the software, they make it worse and worse and worse. And because they've developed the habit of never, ever, ever listening to what anyone says about their product, and they have this attitude that they know best, nothing gets better, and their blindness, their blinkered attitude is sending their software straight to hell. And they have no clue what they're doing, and they think that they're the best. Oh, we're the best. They have no clue how bad their software is. They are ignoring the most basic rules of developing any product. Keep it simple. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're out of their minds. So a software package that I used to really enjoy using, which sure it had some quirks, now I absolutely despise. And these morons have gone from caring about how people believe that their package works to not caring at all and thinking that they know best. Can you imagine the ignorant stupidity of that decision? But that's what's happened. And that's why Microsoft products are now complete and utter garbage. Because they are not listening to the customer or the user, or however you want to describe them, people who use their products. They're just not listening. And no, it's not that they can't listen. They have decided that they know best, and the best policy is to try to make everyone do what they want them to do. And that's why they have ruined Microsoft. And the person who came up with that modus operandum needs to be fired. Because there was someone who came up with it. Someone came into the boardroom and said, you know what we need to do? We need to make sure that we're in charge. The customer can go to hell. We don't need to listen to them. We've got enough knowledge here that we know how to do things, and we know how to do things best. And the customer can just suck it up. That person who made that statement needs to be fired from Microsoft. And that is a fact. Because they have ruined what was decent, functional software. And the ethos that Microsoft has of going in the back door and tweaking stuff behind your back, same problem. It's ignorant, despicable, disingenuous, sneaky, disgusting behaviour. And that's the problem with Microsoft. It's gone from being a decent company to being an absolute, it's a disgrace. That's what Microsoft is. Microsoft is a disgrace because they have decided they know better. Remember, the customer is always right. Another phrase that these guys have completely ignored. You might say, oh, well, they can't listen to 6 billion people or however many people use the software. No. That's precisely why you don't presume that you know better. You presume that you don't know anything. And you give the user options. Not just 20 or so options, but if necessary, 1,000 options, so that all of the stupid little improvements that you've ever put into the software, they can get rid of. And I bet if you did that, you'd soon see how many people absolutely despise all of these improvements that you've put in. But you don't want to see that because you are egotistically attached to your little improvements that you think are the world's greatest things. They aren't. They're crap. You've made a big mistake, Microsoft, and you need to be told. This is the absolute truth. You have ruined your software. And that ethos has crept into other places as well, like Google. Google will now, they don't give a damn about anyone. They don't give a damn about the user. They want to stuff as much crap into the user's face as possible. It's rude, but they don't care. Probably because Microsoft doesn't care. And this whole poisonous way of thinking has spread throughout the whole industry, to the point where no developers give a damn. And it's got to go. It's got to be done away with because it's rot. That the whole ethos is wrong. Everyone in the whole industry needs to have a new direction. And that must be offering the user options, all the way up to and including undoing every single improvement that was done since about 1999. And I guarantee you, Microsoft, you will be absolutely appalled when you see how many people start to undo all of those stupid improvements that you think that you've blessed people with. You guys need this information.